Yeah. Good morning. Thank you for joining us for this service, which we are producing here at the Pasadena Buddhist Temple Annex for viewing and participation on April 24th of 2022. I will begin the service, as we almost always do, by ringing the calling bell outside. We rely upon the source of limitless wisdom and endless life. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now move on to the chanting of the Juseige, which we expect all the humans to join us in, but you guys don't need to join for this. The Juseige, which if you are watching at home, it will be on the screen for you, and if you're working off your book, where is Juseige? It's in this book. It's in on page 39. Thank you, Mickey. Page 39 for the Romanized version, and 38 on the left there if you can read the Japanese. Hi there, puppy. Busatsu Daimuryo Jukyo Juseige Gagontyo Seigan Hishimu Jodo Shigan Hu Mandoku Seifujo Shogak Gao Muryoko Huindai Seishu Fu Saisho Bingu Seifujo Shogaku Gashijo Butndo Myoshoto Jippo Kukyo Mi Shomon Seifujo Shogaku Ryokujin Shonen Joeishu Bongyo Shigumu Jodo Isho Tenin Shi Jinriki and Daiko Husho Mutaido Shoujo san kumyo, kotai shu yakunan, kaihi chi eigen, meshi kon moan, hei tokusho akudo, tsudatten shumon, kothojo mandoku, iolo jippo, nichigatten shujuki, tenko onhugen, ishu kai hodo, kosei kudokuho, jo dai shuchu, sappo shishiku, kuyo ithaya buten, gu sokushu tokuhon, anne shyoman, tokui sangayo, nyobuten mu gechi, tsudaten mi husho, gangaku eriki, toshi sai shoson, shiganya koka, daisen no kando, koku sho teninna, tochin myoke. Namandabu, 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 namandabu. Ganiya shikudoku, byodo sei iesai, do hon modai shinna honyo. Toku. Namanda burmanda, namanda 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 burmanda. Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namita Butsu, Namanda Butsu. I will now do a devotional reading, and I'll go ahead and remain seated this time. In the temple, we ask you to stand for this, but it's a little awkward here with the tables and such. So I'm going to ask you to join me for the Six Paramitas. And if you're working out of the Orange County service book, Seitan, it's page 11, bottom of the page. The Six Paramitas. Dana, giving. May I be generous and helpful. Shila, guidance. May I be guided by the Buddhist precepts. Kshanti, tolerance. May I regard the mistakes of others with sympathy. Dhyana, meditation. May I reflect deeply on my life through the Buddha's teachings. Prajna, insight. May I understand the meaning of Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Butsu, Namita Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Thank you very much. We'll go right on to the gatha, and we're going to do the Dharma School song, Hotoke Sama, and we'll do the first two verses, if we may, if that's okay. And we will, as we do, ask you to go on a count of three, and I'll do the counting, and it'll be a 116, page 116 in the Dharma book. Hotoke Sama. 1, 2. No, 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 sama, hotoke sama. Watashi no suki na ka sama no. Omune no yo ni yanwari to. Dakarete mitai hotoke sama. No, 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 sama, hotoke sama, watashi no suki na to sama no, otete no yo ni shikari to, sugate mitai hotoke sama. Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namita Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. Well, again, good morning, and thank you for joining us for this service, whether live or whether you're on the internet there. And Alan Goto and Kathy Kumagai are helping me to put this up on the internet for those who could not be here this morning. I'd like to discuss the question, who needs the Dharma? Who needs the Dharma? Now, this comes to mind because these days I hear my colleagues, my fellow Buddhist priests, and my devout Buddhist friends at the temple saying things like, in these trying times, more people need to hear the Buddha Dharma. The world needs the Dharma now more than ever. This is true. Nonetheless, some of our most pressing problems will not be resolved through our own sharing and study of the practice of the Buddha Dharma. At this juncture, encouraging everyone in the world to embrace the Buddha Dharma will not, in short order, make wealth more evenly distributed amongst humans. It will not immediately end homelessness. It will not lead to the immediate ending of the invasion of Ukraine. All these terrible pressing problems we can't fix by going out and converting people to Buddhism. It's going to take too long. If anyone and everyone suddenly became Buddhists, it would reverse environmental degradation over time. But it will not reverse environmental degradation in time to save the blue whale or the black rhino. Last Friday was Earth Day, as you remember, so it's a good time for us to mourn the loss of our animal friends, particularly when whole species are lost. You know, there's 5 varieties of rhinos, and only the white guys are not endangered. It's kind of funny how that works. Every other color of rhino is endangered, but not the white. The blue whale is very much endangered, and I don't know if we can do anything in time. If everyone became Buddhist, that would, over a century or so, perhaps lead to fewer wars and less degradation of the environment, less the slowing of the catastrophic climate change. But that will be too late for the black rhino, the blue whale. It could be too late for bonobo apes. It could be too late for that other variety of ape that's endangering itself, Homo sapiens. It could be too late for us. Even if we think that what the world needs now is the Buddha Dharma, just the Buddha Dharma, not for some, but just for everyone, there isn't enough time for us to transmit it to everyone on earth before the problems that we are facing become insurmountable. So spreading the Buddhist teachings as a way of fixing the world would take too long. Doesn't mean we don't do it. It means we don't think that's going to fix everything right away. What's more, there are Christians who think that it would fix things if everyone turned Christian, and there are Muslims who think that if everyone converted to Islam, life on earth will flourish. So bringing the option of following the Buddhist path to as many people as possible is a good thing for us to do, but it can't be done overnight, and it wouldn't fix everything for everybody. This objective of sharing the Buddha Dharma broadly is a broad, many-leveled, long-term project. So maybe you and I should consider the possibility that we are the ones who need to embrace the Dharma. Rather than being so concerned to spread it to everyone else, maybe we need to take it to heart ourselves. So far as the impact on us of the actions of non-Buddhist persons go, instead of hoping to convert them to being Buddhist, maybe we just need to hope that they're in touch with their fundamental humanity, the fundamental decency of the human person. If it is you and I who need to have our lives illumined by the Buddhist teachings, what can they do for us? The teachings of the Buddha and his most discerning disciples can help us to stop doing harm to the planet and to ourselves. And it can help us to be okay with whatever comes. The Buddhist teachings point toward the eventual resolution of everybody's problems. And sometimes how you word an idea or a feeling can be very important. Yesterday we had the yearly Federated Dharma School Teachers League conference, And the two speakers were good, Reverend Dr. Takashi Miyagi and Dr. Carmela Havalana. Carmela Sensei covered a lot of material, including the nature of faith, the nature of faith. For now, let me say that our treasured term Shinjin names something that in part is faith. Trying to get at what faith truly is, Carmela Sensei told us that it's a feeling in part that whatever happens, it will be all right. This is correct. That is what faithfulness is. It's that feeling in the long run, no matter, whatever happens, it will be all right. This is correct. But it was being related to us, and as it was being related to us, somebody restated it as being okay with things not being okay. And that's a little different. We're being okay with whatever happens. That's a true faithful religious person or Buddhist person. But restating this as being okay with things not being okay is problematic. It can be a big problem saying you're okay with things not being okay. It's problematic if you stop trying to change the situation for the better. Shinjin, true faith, genuine trusting confidence, is the conviction that it will be okay whatever happens, along with the ongoing effort to change things for the better. And that's why the title of today's talk is, It's Not Okay That Things Are Not Okay. Yet I am accepting Dr. Carmela Havalana's succinct assessment of faith being the conviction that whatever happens, it will be all right. These ideas do not contradict one another. It might initially seem contradictory to say, it's not okay that things are not okay, and to also say, it will be okay, whatever happens. It will be all right, whatever happens. But those two truths about our condition complement one another. They're not contradictory. They're not contradictory of one another, but complementary. We must make our lives where these two facts complement one another. We must be agents of complementarity. I might get a little badge made. In the middle of the badge it says, agent of complementarity. And then around the top it says, it's not all right. It's not okay that things are not okay. And then on the bottom it says, everything will be all right. In the long run, everything will be all right. These are the two most important facts for a Jodo Shinshu Buddhist. It's not okay that it's not okay. It will be all right, whatever happens. They're both true. These are the most important truths for any genuinely religious person. First of all, we must wish to decrease human and animal suffering. It's not okay that things are not okay. It's not okay that Ukraine is being invaded. It's not okay that our environment is being degraded. It's not okay that people aren't taking the precautions they need to take to get through this pandemic, which is dragging on too long. It's not okay that some people have millions of dollars and some people have nothing to eat. It's not okay that things are not okay. But the second truth deep in our hearts and minds, at the very foundation of our psyche, at the basis of our subjectivity, is this conviction that whatever happens, it will be all right. We must address the suffering of the Ukrainian people. We must stop the devastation of our environment. We must find a way to house everyone. We must share the bounty of our earth and the products of human creativity more fairly. We must oppose racism in all its forms. We must end discrimination against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer persons, and other persons who may be non-binary or unconventional. We must undo the prejudice against them. If we act on these not okay conditions, then we can also honestly feel that no matter what happens, it will be all right. This is the message I wanted to share with you here today, the Sunday following Earth Day, the last Sunday in April 2022. I thank you very much for your kind attention. Those of you who wish to, please join in Kansho in closing the Dharma message portion of the service. We rely upon the source of limitless wisdom and endless life. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much. A lot of things are just conventional, but it makes, one of the most nervous people I ever knew, Reverend Kusada, always say, etiquette is good because it makes you know what to do, so you're not nervous. But the funny thing with, in Nishi Hongwanji, we do two things different from Higashi that I just did. One is, we say the Nembutsu during the bow, but not on the rising back up. Namandabu, namandabu, hi there. Namandabu, sweet boy. Yeah, he's a sweet boy. They keep saying it when they come back up. And the other is they put the tassel on top, and we put the tassel on the bottom. It doesn't matter. It's utterly conventional stuff, but Japanese Buddhism was like this. It has all these cues, all these little clues. Good puppy, good boy, good puppy. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay.